Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of Beauty and the Geek.
Whew, a little bit late, but better late
That's
than
how
never.
we're rolling this season.
We're busy, man. Okay, so last week a beauty went home.
Amber.
Was she a beauty? I think she was the
She
beast.
was a supermodel.
Right. Poor Tommy. He thinks that she's actually going to be waiting for him outside the house.
Yeah, he's like, when I get out of here, I'm going to be dating a supermodel.
Dude.
Tommy. It's not going to happen.
It doesn't work like that. So, it's a little twist this week.
Yeah.
Or many.
Each team has to send over one member to the other team.
Right.
So, Jillian went over to the Geeks and Chris went over to the Beauties.
And if they lose, they automatically go home.
Yeah, it was all fun and games until Mike dropped that bomb. And
wow.
I was like, oh, can I go back?
I know. Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay, so they told them that it was going to be some kind of sporty type of challenge.
So they gave them all this athletic equipment.
Badminton and footballs and basketballs and...
So they were practicing throwing a football. I guess they were trying to throw it over the pool. And
poor
Jim couldn't make it. So
it ended up in the pool.
In the pool.
Did they think he was going to walk on water like Jesus to get it?
He looks like him.
Ain't gonna happen.
Maybe.
No. So, yeah. They get on the bus, I suppose, and they show up at the Los Angeles Colliseum.
Ooh.
And everybody knows that this is where the opening ceremonies were held, and I guess the closing, for the Olympics when they were held in Los Angeles.
Sweet.
I know.
So, they find out they're going to be playing flag football.
Yay!
Yay.
What's football?
I don't know. Just kidding.
I used to cheer for a football team, but what's the football
what
game
were they
about?
actually doing?
I know.
So it's the Beauty and the Geek Bowl.
Right, so everybody starts preparing, doing these football-type drills.
Football-like drills.
With the sled, which they don't really need because it's not tackle.
You know, we did that, well, I didn't do that, but the, whatever they were called, did that for...
Oh, Powder Puff?
Yeah, for Powder Puff, and that was just touch, but, you know, to keep the people back.
Yeah, and, you know, they did the tire thing, which was proving to be more difficult for the geeks than for the beauties.
They couldn't do it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, so it was time for the game.
It's game time.
Yes.
Get your game face on.
Yeah, get some.
Yeah. Okay, so it quickly turned from flag football to tackle. Did somebody neglect to tell them that the way that you end the play is by pulling off the flag and not, like, pushing somebody's face in the dirt?
Is that why it's called flag football?
Could be.
I didn't know that.
So, Tommy, do you get the idea of pulling off the flag?
No.
It seemed like he was one of the rougher ones.
He was.
Him and Cowboy Joe.
He can't help it. He's 6'6".
He is huge. I had no idea he was 6'6" until
I knew he was tall, but I didn't know it was that tall.
Not 6'6". Wow, so... Joe is a really crappy quarterback.
He's calling all these plays, and no one on his team knows what he's talking about.
Because first of all, he can't speak clearly. And second of all, he just assumes that everybody knows all the same things that he knows. Total oblivious geek.
Nobody knows the plays that you just made up in your head.
You know what I know?
Telling everybody.
That breathe right strip that he wore was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. 5-yard penalty for unnecessary breathe right strip.
Yep. So at halftime, the beauties were leading 6-0.
I wanted the geeks to win. Why can't they pony up? They're gonna get blanked. So Tara, that bitch, said her boob was grabbed.
Oh, Tara.
And you know what? It was an accident.
These are not the pervs that you meet at the gym.
They're not. They might have dirty, dirty thoughts, but acting on them is a whole nother story.
No, you're not that hot. They don't want you like that.
No. Well, they do.
Well, you know what I mean.
But they're too shy to let you know.
Okay.
Okay,
so the Geeks were then down 18-6.
And all of a sudden they start rallying, and that bitch Tiffany trips up Matt. My boy Matt.
And like hurts his shoulder or something. And he has to leave.
He was totally messed up. They had the medic come over and
they're like, alright, we gotta take him to the hospital.
She felt horrible, but you know what? It wasn't horrible enough. So the beauties won 24-12. I think Chris scored the last touchdown. Ugh. And he's all big now and he's like, oh, they won because of me.
I really brought them together.
It was my light bulb head that turned on and gave him the idea.
I think Chris is funny.
Yeah, but...
He reminds me of one of the monsters from Monsters, Inc.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, I don't like his attitude that he's better than the other geeks.
He doesn't think that.
You're no better than Greggy. You're no better than Joe, even.
Greggy's the best.
Greggy is the best.
Greggy and Jim.
And Matt. Okay, so Jillian's got to leave because they lost.
That's kind of sad, because I didn't really have anything against her. I thought she was nice.
Right. And the, one more geek is going to be gone.
In the elimination room.
Oh. So the beauties have to pick 4 that they want on the block,
yes,
so to speak.
So that night, Letitia was waiting on the porch or whatever for Matt to come home.
She was waiting on the stairs.
Yeah.
And he was so happy to see her, and she was so happy to see him.
Was she really waiting there the whole time, or was it like 5 minutes?
Who can tell?
I don't know.
Who can tell? So, yeah, it's a meeting of the dummies. And they want to put all the guys whose names start with J in. So, like, Jonathan and Jason, right.
Joe.
Jim. Right.
You know.
So it's time for the stair ceremony. And Michael Richards has a little secret.
His last name is Richards?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Just like Kramer. So,
that must have been tough.
I know. So, he has a little secret to tell them.
He does. The game
is going to change. And everybody's mind is blown, and they're not even on acid.
It's time to go back to traditional Beauty and the Geek, pair up as couples.
Right. It's no longer Beauty versus Geek. It is Beauty and Geek.
Yep.
So just as God has intended, every beauty will have a geek.
But the beauties are going to choose because there's 8 geeks and 7 beauties.
So you know what that means. Do the math.
The geek who is not picked is going home.
Oh.
I know.
I hope it's Joe. So, yeah. They were all fighting on it.
Yeah, they were deliberating because they wanted to have this all planned out.
Right.
Before you got there. I'm sorry.
It's late.
So,
and everybody had their idea on who they wanted.
They finally figured it out.
Right. So they had a plan. Amazing. So Cara chooses Chris.
Yes. Amanda chooses Tommy.
Didn't see that one coming. Letitia chooses Matt. Of course, she was waiting for him.
Randy chooses Greggy.
Oh, lucky Greggy.
Lucky. No, lucky Randy.
Right. Kristina chooses that buff, Jason.
And then Tiffany...
What a bitch.
...chooses Jim. But she wasn't supposed to pick Jim, so everyone was like, oh, but I'm glad that she picked Jim because I really wanted him to stay.
I did too. Even though he's got earwax... Come on, give the guy a break.
Earwax. What the hell?
Can go buy, yes, but you can go buy Q-tips and fix that really quick. And teach the geek. Because if you teach him how to clean his earwax, it's like giving him a fish. If you give him a fish, you fed him for one night. But if you clean his earwax, they'll be clean forever.
Okay. So it's down to Jonathan and Joe.
And Tara has to pick. And you know what? It's to be continued. I hate when they do that. How can you do
this to me?
I hate when they do it. So next time, she's got to pony up and pick either Jonathan or Joe.
Yep.
And we're going to be having a science fair for the beauties.
Yep. And then the geeks are going to have to go on the radio, on air, with Dr. Drew. And they're not talking about drug rehab.
It's sex. So, yeah, doesn't everybody remember that show with Adam Carolla that Dr. Drew used to have about when the people would call in and say,
all right, we're not going there.
Shut up. Not going there. Sorry. Okay, kids, so you're going to have to hang on till next week. Till then, much love.